For those who keep proclaiming Armageddon is coming, and the second coming of the one they call Christ, which just means anointed one. Basically covered with oil. Here is it. The end of the world is nigh, they keep saying, and here is Armageddon. The true Armageddon. It's just north of Jerusalem, now called Megiddo. The Valley of Death, indeed. And it is on Road 66, which is an old Roman road. So it's a place, not an event or time. It was called Armageddon when it was in Arab hands, but like most it changes name. So what happened here? Well, the Hebrew militia actually ambushed a Roman battalion on its way to Jerusalem. They were ambushed in this valley, as it was perfect for this small band to attack a much larger and powerful army. They managed to do a lot of damage too, killing officers and men alike. It was seen as a big victory. And so they wrote about it with the full flair of biblical writing. Also, to stop their plans being discovered, they ordered the different groups to open their orders when they had the signal. If found by the enemy, they would only see it has biblical writing by the genius way they wrote it. And so most appears in Revelation, a battle plan by a small group of rebels attacking a Roman army. That's what many call the end of the world. A battle, a single ambush, that made the Roman emperor even angrier and sent 4 times that many to destroy the city and temple in 66 AD. It's probably the reason why the road and the beast's number comes up nearly the same, 66. So that's what many have been worrying about. Oh yes, an ambush cleverly planned, and written down. Which would see later editors of the Bible add to it and keep it in as another fear tactic, which obviously worked. For shame on you. So it makes you think what else in that book is actually wrong. Well, to answer that, you need to read it. That way you will find that your God hates the handicapped and won't allow them to the altar, as they will profane it.
God commands Satan to destroy Job's life, but angels rape his daughters. And the 600+ commands that you must follow, which include, if a man rapes an unwed woman, she has to marry him and never leave. Yes, it's full of nasty evil things like that, which God commands, and punishments are burning, strangling, drowning and stoning. In fact, stoning would have been the punishment for Jesus if the Jewish high had committed him to death. But instead the cross, a tool of death, is used. It's like having a gun as the idol. Jesus' last word too, are confusing. Each gospel that made it into the Bible has 4 different answers. Strange that. But Jesus was never Son of God until the Romans made Christianity the main religion, as it was the same as Mithras. In fact, the Vatican is built on the Mithras Center. And the Pope was just another name for the Roman Emperor. Pontiff was used by the Romans. So what else is not correct? Maybe it's time to actually read the whole book and not what you're told. Why? Because people use God and evil as an excuse, and done so for years. We go to war in God's name. We kill in His name. This person is evil and that one is too. Abraham was given a promised land, but they had to kill every last woman and child for it. Why didn't God give them land that was not being used? Well, Yahweh is an old Canaan god and a lesser god at that. Metallurgy was his thing and Baal was the main god. Baal mentioned many times in the Bible as a god, but the 10 laws say you can only have one god. How mysterious. Are you being conned by the church? Are you in fear of their evil they bring? Wake up and open your eyes.